All right. And we are going to try this just like we did it yesterday. Welcome back to the Brass Tacks podcast, everybody. We are your hosts, Rick and Adam. My name is Rick.
I'm here, dude.
That's Adam. We're going to try to... all of my office equipment came today, so we're still doing like a bare bones setup here, so bear with us. We also we have the lovely and talented Rabbi Red Eye joining us as well.
Good afternoon.
You can actually see him for a change this time.
Yeah.
Adam's having some camera difficulties. We were trying to work on that yesterday. It is episode 89, just to let everybody know, where we're at in this chronology. So yeah, Adam's gonna fuck with his camera probably a little bit, but we're just gonna talk, hang out. I've got some hot gossip to spill, stuff like that. Some funny stories.
I feel bad for the listeners. I mean, you got a combined 1 out of 10. You're sitting at like maybe a 7.5 from both of you. So yeah, I feel bad that I'm not on here because at least it would be a relief. It wouldn't be too ghoulish. But
Adam, you are not the best looking out of the bunch. I'll tell you that right now.
That's not true. But go
Dude,
ahead.
he really does think he's more attractive than me.
Totally.
You're not. You're not.
No question.
And I told you, dude, I told
That's why
you.
his camera isn't working. It just can't take the hotness.
I told
Right.
this piece of
Yeah,
shit
dude.
a long time ago. I was like, if you ever want to go toe to toe, we can have a hot off, and you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to
Dog,
be
you're gonna-
pleased.
You're going to fucking melt, dude.
Shut up. You're not even
You're gonna
close.
melt.
Dude.
That hot off.
And also the internet, I'm pretty sure the internet doesn't want to see a couple of fucking fives going at it back and forth. Let me turn this music down. It just feels so weird doing the music without all the sweepers and without all of the sweet effects and shit like that. Makes no goddamn sense. I also...
Got to notify some people that were on too.
What?
Send some notifications.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll get right on that. I also forgot to... I forgot to fucking hook the phone up to the phone line, so I'm just going to try to Bluetooth it.
Go to the phones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right away. But yeah, it's, dude...
Blowing up right now. I can't handle it. Shit.
It's just, it's always something with this fucking show. If it's not a camera, it's something else. It's just always...
Hey, I get it, dude. What are we going to do? We got to just keep going forward.
Yeah, we're just going to keep on trucking, dude. That's all you can do.
Motor up and trucking.
All right, cool. My phone's connected to the Bluetooth on the stupid soundboard here, so that's good. And yeah, just make sure you like the stream and all that other good stuff. Hopefully we don't present you with an absolute abortion today. At least that's the goal.
You ain't black.
Dude, we did 3 hours yesterday.
Yeah, we did. And I paid
3
for it.
hours.
What was it called again, Adam? What were you calling it again? The 3 hours?
Oh, Gilligan's Island.
There you go.
I think that's what it was.
A 3 hour tour, right?
I was
3 hour tour.
There you go.
I was very
Colin.
surprised that it took as long as it did. Like it buffered and it processed for like 12 hours. It literally, like, I was afraid people were going to think that was the new episode because it literally stopped processing just a couple hours ago. And I was like, this is too close to showtime. People are going to think this fucking 3 hour show is the actual show when really it was just us screwing around last night. How's it going, John Lemon? Good to see you, dude. Thank you for joining us. It is a bare bones production today. And we're going to be just kind of doing it like we used to do in the initial years of Brass Tacks. We're just going to hang out and fucking share some stories. I'll fill you guys in on what life's been like since I moved back to the East Coast here, back in the deep South.
How was it?
A very nice day today. It was 69 degrees and very breezy out there. That's why I got the shades on, or the shades open and stuff. It's all nice and sunny and shit. And
Yeah, it was only about 80 degrees here.
yeah,
Pretty good.
and I have to say I'm pretty pumped because I can tell things are changing for the better in this neighborhood. This little girl left her little bicycle out here on the street And it's not a slouch bike or anything like that either. It's got pegs and all kinds of cool shit on it. It's been sitting there overnight and no one's taken it. So this neighborhood, I guess, in the 8 years I've been gone, it's really improved.
Oh, can I state my weather pronouns? My weather was 80 degrees today.
Who cares?
Dry and sunny. Well, I mean, I guess the same could be asked for you and Robbie. So
how much how much water have you had to drink today to stay alive?
Who? Yeah,
okay, a decent amount.
Did you say who, Robbie?
Yeah, who?
What do you mean who? No, I'm not asking you. You live like 2 hours away from me now. No, I know you don't have to drink 9 gallons of water to stay alive. You drink 9 Seagrams.
It was a joke about me being an alcoholic. Okay.
I was getting there. You have to let me work. Don't fucking try to rush me to the punchline, you ass. Like I won't call you up at work and dox you.
3-hour show.
I'll be like, your employee is on a far right podcast.
Alt-right.
Yeah, alt.
No, not far right.
Neck yourselves. You're both just a waste of space. But so you know how, all right, Adam's very familiar with I just want to jump into something real quick before I lose my train of thought. Adam has known every landlord I've ever had.
Yeah.
They've all been characters except for one. Like Colin was a cool guy. He just he ended up getting screwed over and kind of going down a darker path. But all of my landlords have been these like characters for years. Like they're just very odd people. The first guy was like a slumlord who was like this personal accountant or whatever the fuck. And he had a pill addiction, and he was always drinking handles of Fireball. And he was like in his 50s, but his girlfriend was like my age at the time. She was like 25 or 26, and she was always trying to like bang us and stuff. Like she was a hua. She was a hua.
Yeah.
But this last one that I had, and I've been saving this material for when I was out of the house finally, because I just did not want to deal with the backlash from it. I don't even know where I should start at him.
What do you mean?
Like I like there's just so much to talk about. There's been so many instances with this guy that are comedic and also just downright creepy and fucking just shitty.
This has been my theory from the beginning. He's a Colin Robinson, like a real life Colin Robinson.
Well, you have to explain what Colin Robinson is.
Like, what is that? What we do in the shadows?
Yeah, what we do in the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a energy vampire. Like there's a bunch of like regular vampires that like suck your blood, but there's also this one guy who just seems like a regular human, but he's a fucking energy vampire. And you don't really believe it for the first couple episodes. Like maybe you're like, no, this is just he's just a the
concept just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it's possible for someone to be that way.
But it's like, and then he starts draining the vampires and stuff. He's more powerful than actual like blood-sucking vampires.
Yeah, yeah. So
he's just energy draining. Like he knows the right things to say to. It's like a professional just needling.
Yeah, he needles.
Just very like under the radar though.
Yeah, and he hides behind the fact that he's an old irrelevant fuck, and that you won't just bury your fist into his soft skull. That's the thing that used to piss me off. I hate when people hide behind, oh, I'll sue you, or oh, I'm an old person, or oh, I'm a woman. Not that last part, but like oh, I'm only 10. But no, he would do stuff like that. Adam's correct. He would just needle, and like he's one of those guys where like right when you wake up in the morning, he's got to get up in your shit and try to like make you do stuff you don't want to do. But all that aside, I could put up with that type of shit. That's nothing compared to just the horrible shit he would talk about, like about his own life and the stories he would tell. And he was just a pathological liar. This man, like, I don't want to go into great detail and stuff like that and dox somebody, but like this dude's just a short, frail old man. And he would drink a lot, and he would start getting brave with the way he would talk about himself. And he tried to paint this image of himself like I remember there were his grandson had girls over and some like just some friends and shit like that were over one night, and I remember going out to the garage to smoke a cigarette, and I'm walking through the kitchen, and he's of course fucking three sheets to the wind, and he's just talking with his hands, and he sounds just like this, and oh my goodness, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'll tell you right now, girls, you could drop me in the middle of the woods in the dead of winter with a combat knife, and I'll just be fine. You know, I'll probably gain weight and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, you don't. He won't go to the store to pick up cigarettes. This dude wouldn't get out. He wouldn't leave the house and shit like that. There's no way.
Art, conserving energy. Waiting for that time. Wait for the time he gets the call.
That's another good point too, Adam. There's nothing in the wild that he would be able to bore with his ridiculous stories. There's no energy for him to sap. It's
I don't know. He is. He's sucking the energy from everyone around him. He knows that story is terrible. That's what Colin Robinson would do.
Dude,
the story is so contrived, but he's draining you from just telling that story for sure.
So like,
he's draining your energy.
I guess I'll talk about the cringy stuff before I talk about the actual creepy stuff, because it gets really dark. It gets really dark. Like, there's a reason I'm talking about this man in the way that I am, because I will say, whenever I first quit drinking, he was there to like offer me a place to stay, very low rent and stuff like that. And I was thinking, oh, this is really cool. But you know what they tell you? Generally, when something's too good to be true, or it sounds that way, it generally is. And so basically, like, I'll do a couple more cringy things just because they're funny. So Adam is well aware of this as well. I would go out to get the mail and shit like that, and this guy would get mail that had his name and then PhD at the end. This dude was going around like telling different organizations he was a doctor and getting mail sent to the house.
You showed me that letter.
Yeah. I used to take pictures of it and send it to Adam. I would also these fucking mosquitoes, dude. I let this one mosquito in, and now it's just like orbiting me. Yeah. So I would screenshot shit on Facebook too and send it to Adam, because he was just he's this old irrelevant guy that would post these opinionate, just over everything about the man was just nothing but opinion. There was very little to no fact about him, no substance of any sort. And so he'd go on Facebook and give these grandiose posts or these very opinionated bullshit posts. And it's like one or two people are seeing it, because like the dude's fucking 100. Who cares? You know? But anyway.
Well, I feel like he was like a master troll.
No, he's not that smart. That you're giving him way too much fucking credit, dude. He's not that smart, and he's not
whether it's intentional or not. I think he was the master troll.
But to be a master of the troll,
whether
like,
it was
to be
incidental,
he's probably more of a jack than a master.
What?
Yeah, you want to try that?
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none. Yeah. All right.
But anyway. So yeah, he had the whole PhD thing at the end of the mail and stuff like that. That was just really fucking annoying. Aside from that, this is just so stupid. Like I was saying, you know, Skylar's brother just recently moved to Colorado, and he was staying at the same house. And I think we may have talked about this a little bit, like on the last episode we did. But he's got this one story that he always tells no matter what. And it's about, and it always changes. All the details always change. This is how you know he's a pathological liar. It's always changing, never the same. He basically, in so many words, has tried to tell all of us that in his youth, he used to get contacted through his father, who was a military guy. Like, I guess he was in the Marines or something. He would say that his father would get contacted by the CIA and shit like that, and because his dad couldn't get his hands dirty, he would pass on these like secret jobs to him, and he would have to go out and assassinate people, and like and he would just basically admit to being a contract killer and going around and shooting people from a distance and stuff like that. And then he'd start bragging about what a good shot he was and all this other bullshit. And he's one of these guys that was like a perpetual victim, which was also something that would just suck the air out of a room. You know, he's got to, and Adam, like, actually, you know what, Rabbi? You've been on the phone before. We've been on video calls where we're in the garage and we're all having a good time joking around, smoking and stuff. And then he would come in and just, well, I was an Iowa farm boy and I can tell you so and so. And oh my God. And it's just, he has to take over the room with his irrelevant stories and his dumb childhood in middle America. Oh, and the government stole our farm from us. And it's like, and he was always the victim. It was never his fault. He was just a perpetual victim. Oh no, his wife fucked his best friend and ran off to Ireland and shit. That was another thing he used to tell us.
Just sounds like HRC.
Yeah. He came too far.
I've come too far.
It's just it was always something. So the dude's just a sad sap to be around. And on top of that, he's always just kind of needling in your business. And then he used to just walk into my room. Like Skylar would catch him in my room when I wasn't home and stuff like that. Just invade it. And he would open our mail sometimes and be like, "Oh, I didn't read the name on it. I thought that was mine." And it's like, no,
wow.
Yeah, this dude's a software developer. He's not dumb. He's not like, he can't claim that he's old and ignorant. You know what I mean? So it was just shit like that. And then the stories started to get really, really dark and really, like, especially when he was drinking a lot, you could tell through his stories and the things that he was getting off his chest that, you know, these things really bothered him, but he doesn't have the humility to actually own up to the fact that he caused a problem or that he was the problem in these instances. And for an example, one of the worst stories I think he ever told me was he found out he had, so he had a daughter when he was fairly, I don't remember the age. I guess the age is relevant, whatever. But so the mom took the daughter away, I guess, left him, and he reunited with this daughter when she was like 14 or something. And so she would come over and hang out around his other kids and stuff like that. And I guess between the ages of like, whenever she was about to turn 18 or something like that, I guess she was going to go get a job at a local strip club there. And this fucking creep would have her like practice her lap dances on him and stuff like that. And he would drink and do drugs and shit with her and different stuff like that. And just, he said he made out with her a couple of times. And then when she started, yeah, I know this is just insane. And this is the tip of the iceberg, dude. This is like one of the many creepy things that he talked about. There was a story where he was like, yeah, she was working at the strip club at this point in time, and he would go there all the time and pay for lap dances from her and shit like that, and watch her dance and stuff, and just hang out and be a creep and shit like that. And so he told me that like the relationship continued and it just remained this sexual relationship between father and daughter, which is just the creepiest thing I'd ever heard in my life.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, you know, and in my head I'm thinking like, fuck, you know, like the entire time I'm like, how the fuck am I, like, I'm gonna have to find a way to like get all my shit out of this house. I've got to find another place to live. I gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like, it really does put you on alert. You're like in panic mode. You're like, this guy, who knows what the fuck he's got on his hard drives? Who the fuck knows who he's talking to on the internet and being weird with and stuff? I don't want to get lumped in with this creep. And so basically what was happening was he was telling me that this relationship was continuing with his daughter and stuff like that. And like one night they were like making out and touching each other and just doing really not good stuff that, you know, and he was like, yeah, I almost fucked her. And if she would have let me, I would have and stuff. And he's telling me this stuff. Like I'm like, dude,
what the fuck?
Yeah. And I'm just disgusted at this point. And the whole conversation stemmed from him telling me he had a daughter that he didn't talk to anymore, or that wouldn't talk to him rather, and he didn't know why. And I was like, well, had anything ever happened in your lives? Did you guys ever get in a fight? Did anything ever happen? And that's what he tells me, that he almost fucked her and used to get lap dances off of her when she was a teenager and shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and he fucking wonders why his daughter doesn't want to fucking talk to him. And I should have known A man, this is the thing. And I hate to be so black and white about it or so old school about it, but like a man his age who has consistently made fairly decent money his entire life, it shouldn't be hard for him to be able to keep a companion. And and from what he'll tell you, this man hasn't had sex in over like 30 something years or something like that, hasn't had a girlfriend, nothing like that.
What?
Yeah, and you have to wonder, and so when I'm learning all these things about him, I'm like, okay, this had to have he's just so forthcoming with this creepy shit that I'm sure he was forthcoming with more creepy shit to people that would even entertain the idea of being romantic with him in the first place. So that was a really big unsettling thing that really bothered me, and it was something that I wanted to talk about for a long time because it's just so like I don't know because we joke about a lot of really gross stuff on this show, and we joke about a lot of like really we don't show reverence for a lot of things, let's just say. And so when you hear about a real instance of something like that happening, it makes you sick, and it like kind of just makes it hard for you to like don't get me wrong, I'll make those jokes now, but for a while there, like when I heard that story, I was like I could not laugh at certain things, like doing Uncle Paul or something like that, doing a creepy pedophile voice or something. I couldn't do that shit. Because there's a real life Uncle Paul upstairs being a creep.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I feel like they're all around.
And that's what's scary. You just don't know how many of these people are out there and what kind of numbers they're in. And
well, Florida, I guess, right? Don't they have like?
Oh yeah. There's a lot.
Awareness billboards.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did show that, didn't we? There was there's anti-incest boards. There's incest awareness boards where there's like numbers you can call to get help if that's happening to you. And yeah, this is one of those creeps. And not to mention the countless times that we would be in the car or something like that. And clearly, I mean, you can tell the difference between a teenager and someone who is a child, essentially.
Oh yeah.
This dude would be in the car and like kids would run across the street or something like that, and he would just say creepy things like, "Ooh, look at that. I love to see these teenage girls like running around out here," and stuff like that. And he'd make comments about their short shorts and stuff. And Skylar and I would be like, "Dude, those are fucking children, man. And even if they were teenagers, that's still fucking disgusting. You're 109 years old, dude. You have no business looking at anyone under the age of 90. And like, and to me personally, like, I know we've talked about this a lot too. Like, I don't have anything in common with most women my own age, let alone a fucking child or a teenager or something. That's just gross as fuck. And this dude's just running around making these off the wall comments all the time. And it was just always like, that's the thing. It was just always a consistently uncomfortable experience being around him.
But totally. 100%. Yeah.
I wanted it to be more funny when I came out with these stories, but now that I'm like rehashing it, I'm just,
you just tell jokes like, they're old enough to crawl, they're in the right position.
Okay.
I know.
No, I got the chat blowing up.
John Lemon says, "This is why you shouldn't blindly respect your elders. Being old does not make you a decent or intelligent person." I 100% agree with that.
Of course.
In most cases, the elderly are stuck in their ways and they're actually kind of fucking ignorant. And he was most certainly not any different. That was his whole life, was just blind ignorance. Fact to him was opinion. Because he's so far removed from society. The man never goes outside or talks to anyone, so all he has is his own opinions and shit. And slowly throughout time, over the decades, it's become his fact. It's become his law, essentially.
Jude.
What'd you say?
Jude. It was Jude Law.
Yeah, dude.
He was, I don't know, he's a shit-pilled gentleman. It's so nice outside right now. I love that I keep just looking outside. It's kind of nice to not be in a basement for a change. I thought I was going to hate it. I'm not going to lie. But I don't. Not mad at it. I've been smiling a lot more. I think it's because I'm not blindly chasing after like Adam's love and stuff like that. Adam.
That's a fair reason, I guess.
Well, he's an enigma. Adam's an enigma. He's a very mysterious man.
He's being very quiet.
Yeah, because he's over here. This is the problem with Adam. He doesn't know how to multitask, and so what he's doing right now is he's fucking with his camera, trying to get it to work a bunch, and he's not paying attention to what's going or what's being said. Because I
just don't get it.
I know he's got more to say about this subject, but he's fucking with his camera. Don't worry about your camera, dude.
All right.
We're halfway through anyway. Just don't even worry about it.
All right. I was just trying to
upload an avatar.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have gotten a picture of Adam and just put it in the screen.
It would have been cooler.
Hindsight production.
No, we'll just use Zoom next time.
You have to pay for Zoom, don't you?
No.
I'm pretty sure you have to pay for Zoom, dude. I'll look into it and everything.
I've always just been a guest with stuff. People have always been like,
Rabbi, don't try to act like an enigma, all right? Don't try to act like you're this fucking in demand. Oh, okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Bag of shit. Oh, dude, that's another thing, dude. So I was hanging out with my grandma and my Aunt Wendy and Uncle Clarence today, and my Aunt Wendy goes, "Hey, what does it mean when someone says you're fit?" She saw that comment from Bite Size, and I had to explain that British slang. They say that like certain women are fit, and it just means that they're hot and shit. And I was like, yeah, he likes to make me uncomfortable about my family members and stuff. And then I told my grandma about what he said about, or what everyone was making fun of me about going and cleaning my grandma's gutters and stuff. And she was, of course, mortified. That poor woman. Oh, man. My uncle told me the best.
You should watch this episode and find out who you were living with for a while.
There's a good chance.
Be more mortified.
Yeah, exactly. No, I told them that. I told them these stories. They were just like, what a fucking creep. Yeah, we don't play that shit in my family. When it comes to kids and stuff like that, we don't play that shit. But basically, so
qualifier.
What? What?
Well, it's to be assumed that that's the normal sentiment.
Oh, like, yeah.
Don't play that kid stuff. Well, yeah, obviously. You didn't need to say that.
You do play that kid stuff. Adam's a big kid guy. Big Jenna Marbles guy, big kid guy.
The fact that you have to qualify, it's a little...
Okay. I knew this remote thing was going to be difficult to acclimate to. Adam's just sitting in his palatial estate trying to find a vein.
Upload an avatar, Adam.
Yeah.
How do I do it?
You go to your settings, the little fucking
go to
gear thing.
Go to your profile, your profile settings, and then you can just upload a picture in that little thumbnail thing, and then you can just turn your camera off, and it'll just show your thumbnail.
I like how on the other side on the stream,
I don't have any pictures though.
It's got the comment that I made of hot dongs. Love that.
Wait, where?
Looking on the stream, we got the other window. One window where it's just you, and then the other window it's the Discord.
Oh, it's just you.
Hot dongs.
Oh yeah, it does. That's the last thing you said. I didn't even see that.
It's been up the entire time.
That's awesome. Oh man. Yo, that is pretty funny. But so my Uncle Clarence told me probably the funniest story I've heard in years today. This involves some stuff that went down in a trailer park. So there was a neighbor down the street from my grandmother, and I was told not to use names and details and stuff. Basically, what happened was there was a dispute. Actually, I can skip a whole lot of it and just get straight to the good stuff. There was a dispute between a neighbor of hers down the street. He's about 2 units over, and he has a sister that showed up to the house, and a dispute broke out. So they get in an actual like punching, like fight, like an actual fighting match and shit like that. This guy has a piss bag hanging off the side of him because he's got to constantly have a piss bag on him because he can't use the bathroom regularly or whatever. His sister fucking sidekicked his piss bag and it exploded all over the place.
Oh shit.
And so he started beating the shit out of her, and the cops came and arrested him.
Jesus, dude.
And he had to spend the night in jail with a broken piss bag. I'm assuming they don't take you to the hospital just for that. I'm assuming that he just had to sit there all pissy and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because he committed a violent crime, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they would. If they did take him to the hospital, then he was like fucking handcuffed and shit, obviously.
Oh man,
But I don't know.
there is more
That's
detail.
ridiculous.
There's more detail, but like it's too, you can't be doxing people and
Well, dude, I showed up. I think it was this past Monday. I showed up to a trailer park, and again, I know people that live in trailer parks. So I'm not trying to say that where you live is
anyone that watches this show know that we're not above trailer parks.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
exactly. But I'm walking, getting right out of the car, and as soon as I close the car door, fucking trailer door opens up. Guy with a golf club is like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" I think he's talking to me at first. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Come on out." He's talking to another guy in the trailer. He's like, "I'll kick your ass. I'll fuck you up. Fuck you. I'll fuck your face up. Fuck you, bitch. Let's go."
No.
And I'm like, and this is the trailer that I'm going to. I'm like,
oh no. So wait,
got
what do
something
you?
for you?
Oh, you had to you still had to interject and be like, "Hey, got your fentanyl patches in the back here."
Yeah, I got some fentanyl and shit for you, and some UTI meds. I don't know.
Adam gets a lot of UTIs, dude. He's a big UTI guy. Adam,
I heard a commercial on the radio. And it sounded like a young woman's voice, and she's like, "I've had 8 UTIs this year." I'm like, "Fucking take a piss after you fuck."
8 UTIs?
Yes. She sounded like she was in her 20s.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. No, we can't see your picture. Stop trying to be technical during the show. We're 31 minutes in, and you're over here not talking, trying to fucking get a thumbnail going.
Look at my name.
Your what?
My name.
Oh, I see it. I see it down here. Yeah.
Okay,
Why
I see
isn't
it.
he
Yeah, I don't
showing
see it on the
How do you make
refresh. Try to do a camera thing again, and then cut it off. See what happens.
What do you mean, just like?
Or
oh, I see what you're saying. Fucking stupid Adam over here. Yeah, okay.
there you
go. That's nice. That's nice. Kim Jong Adam, just being a hot boy. But yeah, there was that was a really good story. That's a pretty dirty thing to do. I mean, I feel like that's the last thing I would do in a fight is go for the piss bag. I feel like you should just have more respect for people than that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not always the case. So what are you going to do? Oh, dude. Uncle Clarence told me another story that was really, really funny. I lost air when he told me the story. You guys remember the story I told a while ago about the Christmas retard Danny? Do you remember that?
Tell it again.
So real quick, oh whoops. I can't tell if I don't know if that's a call for the show or if that's, hold on just a second. I'm going to answer this and see what this is for. Oh, whoops. All right. If whoever just called, if you're calling for the show, go ahead and call again and I'll know that you're calling for the show and I'll answer. Usually I know because I've got more monitors and I can tell, but I'm kind of flying wild right here. I don't want it to be like some people coming after student loans and shit. Did Adam back out of the call?
I guess so.
Dude, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he can't just sit still and just do the show. Just talk.
There he goes.
He's trying to be a tough guy.
Oh.
Is it working? What are you trying to do?
Still no video.
Yeah.
Dude, just knock it off. It doesn't matter. Just leave it like that. Kim Jong-un's fine. It's really edgy of you.
Fine as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, it tried to call again. Hold on. Let me call this back real quick. I'm curious as to who this is. tried to call it back. I don't know. It's until all this stuff gets set back up and I can actually tell who's calling and stuff. It's gonna be a work in progress. All
Dox the number.
Yeah, right.
Anybody out there knows?
Is there anybody out there?
512.
Have another one. Old Rabbi Cirrhosis over here, just just really imbibing the sacrament today.
Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
Had a long week. Freaking had to work today, but it wasn't long at all.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
I'm here enjoying the company of two good friends getting fucked up.
Preach.
I'm over here having another deer park.
My family probably doesn't like this, but fuck it.
Doesn't like what?
What I'm doing.
What, drinking?
Me hanging out with you.
Oh, fuck them. If your mom's got a problem with what I have to say, I will slap her in them big old titties. Watch them clack back and forth.
That probably would happen.
Like the pendulums of a grandfather clock.
Bite size, call in.
Yeah, no, she's a sweet woman.
Or John.
Yeah,
John, in,
John, feel free to jump in, man, if you want, or if John, if you want to jump in, say so in the chat, and I'll add you to the call we're on right now. Actually, anyone that's in the chat that wants to jump in, if you're on Discord, let me know, and I'll add you to.
Logan, call in.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah, see if he can take a break from work and call in.
Is Logan working?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a working boy.
He's on another vacation. He's going to visit his 19th grandmother. It's going to be hell when they all die off, dude. He's going to have to get some Sky Miles going. No? Okay, well, fuck me then.
Sky News Miles, Adam.
We're getting real low energy, Adam, today.
Sky News.
Oh, yeah. Fox News, Sky News. Same thing. Rupert Murdoch. Call in.
Australian.
I swear to God.
Is he Australian? I thought he was English.
Yep. Australian.
Who, Rupert Murdoch?
I thought he was English.
Yeah, so
I think
did
he's Australian. Bite size, call in, let us know.
He's not the authority on every man from the UK.
Yeah.
We're stupid Americans. Come on.
Dude, I'm gonna bust ass this week and get this studio set back up. I was expecting, my desk was supposed to come on Tuesday and everything came today. Did I tell you guys about my big and tall chair that I had to get? Okay. So I've been buying progressively more and more padded chairs because my ass cheeks are like razor blades and they just fucking, I'm a bony man. I am not a very big man. So I had to get a very, I had to keep getting more and more padded chairs, but nothing's doing it for me. So finally, I think I finally figured it out. I got this, it's rated for 400-pound humans, but it's like a big and tall chair. So it's wide, and it's deep, and it's got extra, crazy extra padding and stuff like that.
People weigh 400 pounds.
Yes, people weigh Dude, have you not seen my 8,000-pound life or whatever the fuck it's called?
Yeah.
There are people that have to be removed. It's something like that. It's something to that effect. But yeah, there are people in this country and others, but mostly ours, that have to be removed from their homes with forklifts.
I think England has fat people too.
Well, they're around, but I think it's Mexico and America are the top two.
Nah, I think Great Britain's up there too. Those guys are all fat pigs, dude.
Okay, that's not true. Actually,
Bite size, call in.
I will say, I'm gonna add John real quick. I will say I've seen some pretty unsettling. Documentaries.
Fat people. Okay, sorry.
No, well, I mean, yeah, that's true too. But I've seen some documentaries about these people that have to go through they'll go underground in London and they'll cut open pipes and just have to drain lard and shit like that out of their sewage system because all the shit is just so lardy. Lard.
I like to watch a lot of these. Remember I showed you that one guy, that drain guy?
Yeah,
yeah, that's so gross. How you
He's an
doing?
That was
Australian
actually
guy.
interesting.
How's it
Yeah.
going, John? How are you, bud?
Drain
I'm
addict,
good, man.
if you want to see
How are
him.
you?
Not bad at all, brother.
Uh-oh.
Just enjoying the sunshine.
How's the weather in Denmark?
It's been pretty good. Sunshine, but still really cold in the air.
Oh yeah.
How cold? Centigrade, go.
It's centigrade. It's about 10.
Oh, all right. That's like 40 or something.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I can deal with a 40. It's just, man, like the only thing that sucks about winters now that I'm down here in the south is that like with the humidity mixed in, it just slices through your clothing, chills you to the nips.
Slice it?
I forgot what the fuck. Oh yeah, we were talking about that drain guy. That drain guy's disgusting. John,
Drain addict.
Oh
dude.
yeah, and they'd be
Drain
like,
addict.
if he was on like a second or third floor, he's got the fucking hose just
yeah,
going
one of
out.
those- the
He's
shit
got- it's called
hose.
a
shit
jetter.
just splattering on the
It's
fucking
called- it's called a jetter.
windows on the
Yeah.
neighbors and shit.
And he's fucking getting shit all over the like literal human shit. He's just he has that toy. It's like he calls it Ratty, and he like if he finds corn, he'll
That's
like
yeah, I forgot
and
about
shit he
that.
puts it next to it.
That's so
Dude,
fucking gross,
That
man.
guy's fucking awesome.
He's not awesome. It's so gross.
He's living his best life, dude.
And he
kidding
just
me?
wears a forward-facing GoPro throughout the entire time,
Yep.
and it's like a first-person view of other people's like shit and piss all over their toilets and stuff, and like,
Dude, he gets hundreds of thousands of views.
not to mention, I'm sure he's paid well for his job,
Yeah. Oh yeah. For
because
sure.
that's one of those jobs where like I'm sure you can make a killing doing it because like people are just not. Bye, buddy. Have a good day. Okay. Is my little nephew. There are people out there that just do certain things that like I would never be caught doing. Like for instance, actually Adam and I think were talking about this recently, like right before I moved. The people who can like sit on street corners and stuff like that and beg with their signs and stuff that are perfectly fine, like physically. They're just sitting there, they can stand for 12 hours a day, but you can't put them behind a counter because all of a sudden their sciatica starts acting up and shit. But yeah, so like, but the exchange is your dignity as a man, or as a human being. It's your dignity as a human being, or your pride. If you can set that aside, then yeah, you don't have to work. You can just sit there and take change from people in the middle of the street and shit, and just put up with that. But I don't know, man. I can't get into the drain guy. I find no satisfaction in it at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like it when he's okay. He achieved something. He cleared that drain. That's cool. Now that drain doesn't have a problem.
You have
That's why it's cool.
unreconciled issues from your childhood, I think. That's what it is. You like to see all this pressure just finally be released and just finally see it be
I
cleared.
don't know if I have to do that. It's like, okay, the job's done. Like he fixed that toilet.
That's all I'm getting from this, though. I feel like
Yeah,
you're projecting.
That's pretty cool. You don't think that's cool?
John, do you have resolved issues from childhood?
I think we all do to some extent.
Of
Very
course.
fair.
But yeah, definitely.
That's very fair. Rabbi doesn't, though. He's been
He
drinking
goes
since he
by
was
the
like
name
4.
John Lemon. What do you think? You think he doesn't have any childhood issues?
To be fair, I change my name quite often.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you got to keep them hoes guessing. I learned that from Bite Size. Bite Size told me that a while ago. He was like, it's smart to just shuffle the deck every once in a while. They can't catch you slipping then.
Shuffle
Yeah.
the what?
The deek.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah, did I tell you about the time I was out body surfing? I was body surfing with my mate Leonard, and a shark came up and he beat me in the dick. Couldn't fall my dick for weeks.
Box jellyfish. Gotcha.
What?
Box jellyfish are big in Australia. They're deadly or very painful. Look it up. Box jellyfish.
This episode's
They're
very
tiny.
painful.
They're tiny and dangerous.
Are they?
Yeah, there's a lot of jellyfish around here.
Oh,
Yeah, but those
dog.
are all just stingy and hurts.
Dog, I went to the for lunch today. I drove by the Chick-fil-A that I used to work at when I was a teenager, that these terrible stories come from. But like Chick-fil-A's now, they were never this busy when I was working at them. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, they're ridiculous, man.
I don't know how they do it. It's literally they've got it worked out. It's so intelligent because this is a very boxed in god damn it, boxed jellyfish. It's a boxed in area. It's a very small parking lot and there's no parking around this Chick-fil-A, but they've got it in like a spiral. And they've got people specifically for directing traffic. They've got their own stop signs with their own Chick-fil-A font.
Yep.
It's insane. Yep. And the way they worked it out, they just spiral cars in and out so efficiently, and it's still just as fast. You're not waiting that long. It seems like an insurmountable amount of time that you're going to be waiting, but it's really just not that bad. But it was insane.
That's exactly how they have it. Yeah. And like almost every Chick-fil-A I see around here now, like they've had to like redesign their fucking parking lots and shit because it just suddenly just blew up over the like last 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
And they do that. They have people standing outside. They have like the strange, like you said, like a spiral type of parking lane going on and everything.
That's interesting.
Yeah, dude. And you're exactly right, dude. It's like it's quick as hell. And then if you go inside to pick up, it's fucking packed inside and there's lines, but you don't have to wait. Still, it's just like it's just constant.
Yeah.
That Jesus chicken, man.
It is.
That Jesus chicken.
And people thought they were going to go under after they said what they said about the gays and whatnot.
Oh, man, that chicken's just too tasty, man. People fucking they'll sacrifice their own sons for that chicken.
Well, several of my gay friends, they were like, we're just going to give it to him on this one. They were like, we're just going to give it to him on this one. It's still good chicken. What the fuck are you going to do? Yeah. Whatever, dude. It is. And also, it's also just owned by like just these old Christians and like these old Mormon people, I'm guessing, something like that. That's a generational thing. That'll die off soon, I'm sure. And, then we can go back to actually not feeling guilty about eating their chicken.
Then they'll be open on Sundays.
Yeah, exactly. Then they're going to make some real money. That's all it's going to take is some hot shot coming up.
Fucking NFL. I mean, they got the college football shit down, but NFL Sunday games, come on. You know what I'm saying, Adam?
Tell you what.
Sunday Night Football.
What about
it? No, Chick-fil-A
don't start,
sucks,
dude. Don't.
I don't even like I don't like Chick-fil-A that much.
It's okay. Yeah, it's overrated, but
not into it very much.
It's right around the corner from my job, so that's why I eat it a lot, I guess.
Well, also, I mean, if you have to eat fast food, it's really not the worst option. It's probably like the better option. If your only other choice is like Wendy's or like McDonald's or something.
Don't talk shit about Wendy's now.
I like my ass. Their fries suck. Everything sucks about them.
Dude, I hate their burgers are good, man.
You're gonna try to get me on video now with my phone. I'm gonna switch to video for the listeners.
Oh, for the listeners, you're gonna grace them with that face of yours. John, are you a big sports guy?
It depends on what kind of sports it is. I like boxing.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Been a big fan for a long time, and MMA. And when I was a kid, I liked ice hockey a lot.
Okay, yeah, those are all respectable sports. These assholes. I was trying to take a piss yesterday, and I was like, you guys, handle the entertainment for a second. I come back, and they know I hate sports talk, and they're fucking talking about drafts and whatever the hell, whoever's going to whatever other team. No one gives a shit. No one's ever gonna care about that, Rabbi.
That's a lie. Like earlier, I said that's a lie because there are networks devoted to this religion called sports. So of course people care about it.
And that's why. I guess you're right. That's why they care about it. It's a religion, but to me, it's like it has the potential to be one more thing that divides people. It's like in Denver, if people that see Raiders fans and stuff, they're like, "Oh God, you can't be over here watching the Raiders and shit. You don't like the Raiders." And it's like, who gives a fuck? They're all a bunch of dummies with pads on, throwing a ball around. Like, they're not curing cancer. Why are we out here doing that with each other?
Hey, man, it's gladiators, man.
Wearing people's jerseys with other men's names on your back and shit.
It's part of our genetic makeup, man. We want to see competition, and it's better than,
Than what?
Literally murdering people, I guess.
I mean, you think that. I can't tell if Adam's muted himself on
yeah,
accident.
Yeah, he's muted.
Or...
He's talking, but...
Sorry, I did accidentally push the mute button. Yeah. No, I was saying, it's a postmodern world, so what else do you have? There's no, like, Robbie was saying, like, Coliseum. There's no, like, real struggle for survival. So we're gonna express that in a different way.
We're a competitive species. You're competitive, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, that's different. I'm
Just-
better than everyone.
Just use different avenues for your lust.
Yeah.
Hey, Amy, how's it going? Amy's up in here in the chat. All right, girl.
Who?
Baby girl.
Hey yo.
Yeah, baby girl in the chat. How you doing, girl? All right, now.
Hello, Amy.
Thank you, Rabbi, for
Nice to meet you.
being a
No
good
way.
man. Oh, yeah, Amy, this is Rabbi. And John Lemon. Amy's my girlfriend, John.
Oh, well, hello.
Just being
Amy,
kind.
be you.
Amy, what you wanna be?
Colin.
Yeah, make sure you like that stream, everybody. Jesus Christ. I can't wait to get this goddamn desk set up. I'm still stressing out about the computer. I've never mailed a computer before, and I'm just so afraid. I'm gonna check it so thoroughly, make sure everything's connected, and I just want to make sure that when I hit the power button, it fucking turns on and it loads correctly. Then I'll be able to sleep.
Dude, we packed it pretty good.
Yeah, we did. I would have been so screwed had Adam not come over. Adam and Logan came over that last night there, or the last day that I was in Colorado. And dude, Adam and I literally, we drove up into the parking lot of FedEx like 20 minutes before they closed or something like that.
Yeah.
It cost me $400 something to ship my computer here.
Double box,
Jesus.
like a bunch of like padding in between and padding, just padding all over the place.
Yeah, and I had to use that Instapack shit over the motherboard so that it would like form around the GPU, because that was my biggest concern. I was like, I can't have this big ass GPU flopping around in the case.
But I think we did a good job with that second bag. I think we like nailed it.
Yeah.
Like,
And when it got here, the box was actually in really good shape still. It wasn't like kicked around or anything. There was
really?
there was a couple of these boxes that showed up and they were in shoddy condition, and I was like, thank God this is mostly clothes and you know, cabling for the show and stuff. And the cameras are fine. Everything's been fine so far. The soundboard's fine. Ugh, I'm telling you.
I think it's good, dude. I think you did a good job packing that computer. It should be fine.
We did a good job, Adam. We did a good job.
John Lemon, do you have computers there?
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be pretty hard to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
What do you call them over there, though?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
We actually call them computers.
No
Also,
way.
like we just took the word. We have an old word for it, but it's not being used at all.
What is it?
Data mate.
Data mate?
I like that.
Yep.
I kind of like
That's,
that more.
Yeah, but nobody uses it. The Swedes actually use their old word for it, so they don't use computer.
Do you know it? Do you know
Really?
what their old word is?
Yeah, I speak fluent Swedish as well.
Nice. God damn it. America needs to get the fuck on the ball, man. They really don't force us to learn languages.
We just force other people that
Yeah,
have other languages to do work.
Listen, how good you listening to John? He speaks great English.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I would have never. There's like a slight accent, but that's about it. I mean, this is flawless. You're flawless, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty much probably his main language at this point. But
What about his Connecticut language?
fair, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Double guns. Oh, the chat.
Hello,
here.
Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie or Maureen. She says Amy is driving. I hope you guys are being good girls today. It's sweating off some hangovers and whatnot. Hope the mimosas were good.
Oh, that's right.
Amy
They were
just celebrated.
gaming it up last night, right?
Yeah, Amy just celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday, girl.
Game in what?
16 or 17.
Oh, you were such a scumbag. What'd you say, Adam?
What were they playing? Yeah.
Oh, they were at that. Remember I told you they were at that Dave and Buster's that you and I used to go to?
Oh, yeah.
Adam and I used to hide out in the House of the Dead game and do cocaine together on our birthdays.
They had those little curtains.
Yeah. I remember that one time we were in the handicap stall doing cocaine. It was me, you, and Skylar.
It's Skylar.
And that one guy was like, someone asked us like what we were doing in there or something like that, and I had to say like I told somebody that like Skylar's girlfriend broke up with him or something like that, and we were just kind of comforting him, and we got out of the bathroom. I can't remember how that went down, or even if that was the same. I might be crossing stories over. Who knows? That was years ago.
You're crossing swords, but no,
definitely crossing swords.
Yeah, no, it was just like whatever. I mean, it was Dave and Buster's. It was implied that
we're just in there doing cocaine.
It's an adult arcade. What else is going on in an adult arcade besides booze and drugs?
Oh, and the skanky waitress.
Oh yeah,
there was a real skanky waitress, dude.
Nice.
She was giving off the vibes. I don't want to be too crass on this program because we are, we're good boys and stuff. Hi, Miss Suzanne. How are you? Thank you for joining us today. But yeah, she was giving off the vibes that she wanted the three of us to Swiss cheese her somewhere. It was not a comfortable scene, and she was very, very emaciated, and like she looked like a pillhead. Just not a good person to have around. Like money's gonna go missing if you keep this chick around or something. Just not a good scene.
Yeah.
So we just continued to play video games and do cocaine off of each other's house keys.
And may I say, the video games were basically the same video games we were playing when we were like teenagers. That's how
we were playing a lot of Time Crisis and shit.
No improvement on arcade games whatsoever.
That's because the classics are classics for a reason, man.
No one cares about arcade games anymore because there's no arcades. People just play video games at their house, so like it's all garbage. Like games.
And it's also like now it's like a lot of interactive, like weird, like not even video games, like kind of pseudo carnival ride-ish type of things. Like how you and I would when we wanted to take a break.
Star Wars one.
Yeah, we wanted to take a break from like actually standing and playing video games or something like that. We just go sit in one of these simulators, and all you do is swipe your stupid Dave and Buster's card, and it just jostles you around, blows air in your face a little bit, and then you get the flu.
You don't do anything. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it would be fun. Like that's the thing. Dave and Buster's is fun when you're drinking and on drugs. Like if I went into Dave and Buster's and I was with like my nieces and nephews and stuff like that, I could have a good time. I can have a good time if they're pumped about it. I can get pumped about it. That's cool. But me and you, like let's say you and I go into Dave and Buster's sober and we're just playing video games, we're probably gonna get pissed off by something. Adam and I are good at like getting pissed off at shit together really fast.
Yeah, I mean. It's just annoying. It's Dave and Buster's is like an adult video game place, and there's always these fucking kids in here.
Well, yeah, these people are still banging, and they want to still
get somewhere else.
Well, they want to drink, and they can't just like go out and not bring their kids and shit like that. I get it. I get why it works. Mom and dad get drunk. They want this alone time. How do they get the alone time? You keep putting money on that stupid fucking Dave and Buster's card. Then, the kids go play. They probably end up getting molested somewhere. And you don't find out about it until years later when your daughter won't stop sleeping around and shit. That's how Dave and Buster's goes.
It's a good alternative to like Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz, Pizza, that shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was a big Chuck E. Cheese guy when I was a kid. Really.
And the Chuck E. Cheese, that we used to years ago.
The one we lived by?
Lived behind.
Yeah, the one that Rabbi's not allowed back at.
Yeah. There's all sorts of
he was licking the
shit
slide
going on there. There are people getting shot there, stabbed there. It's fucking closed now.
Yeah, that's the thing. There. This establishment was built. Yeah, and Chuck E. Cheese, they don't serve booze.
Yeah.
These people are just pre-turned going up in there.
Oh. John, do you have Chuck E. Cheese?
No, definitely not. We don't really have that many chains. It's only the really big ones that we have, and we don't have any like that are our own because we're such a small country.
That's the way to be, though. We fucked up allowing things like Walmart to just come in and swallow up everything around us in small towns and stuff.
Yeah. So Walmart and McDonald's.
Yeah, America really is just horse shit at being upstanding and cool. It's like,
all right, settle down. Yeah, there's a lot of chain places, but I mean, there's a lot of cool like.
Well, of course, I'm not saying I don't love this country and shit like that. I'm just saying, there's a lot of shit we could stand to roll back on a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Don't tell me how I should be saying shit and how I should be thinking. Fuck you, Adam. That's the American way. I'll say whatever I want.
I just did, and you fucking
I know, and now I'm upset about it. I'm upset that you led me into it like that. Bag of shit.
Yeah.
Adam's going to drink himself to death soon anyway. It doesn't matter. I've been gone like a week, and I know he's been hitting that sauce hard.
Yeah.
Adam, when Adam and I were saying our goodbyes, we were hugging each other, and Adam kept saying, 8 years, man. 8 years. Making it sound like we were going off to war or something. Like he was never going to see me again. He was acting like that was the end of the friendship.
No, here's the thing. I'm terrible at saying goodbyes. I don't. It's just
Me
too much going on.
I dreaded it the entire time because I was afraid I was going to cry and shit.
Well, that was a whole other thing I was going to bring up. Looking at this guy, and it looks like his fucking eyes are like all watered up.
Shut up, man.
And like what am I can't. I'm not great at like. What am I going to give some final speech?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect any of that. I
understand, but it's like I'm not good at goodbye stuff.
Yeah, me either.
Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know.
Also, we just kept texting each other. Literally nothing's changed. It's like the only thing that has changed is that like this distance. I don't get to see.
Should have kissed.
Yeah.
He tried, dude. I was like, I wasn't into it.
Just rub the cheek.
He rubbed his lips up against my neck and stuff, and I was like, yo, knock it off. And I pushed him away, and then I grabbed Logan and I kissed Logan on the neck, and Adam sped off. He burned out and fucking left me there. John Lemon, you ever been in love with another man?
It's just very, it's awkward for, I don't like saying goodbye or, because I was always like, oh, like when this first happened, like, okay, well, we got a timeline. We have tons of time to hang out. Like,
yeah.
But then it just became, well, now we have no time to hang out. Oh, this is the last day.
Yeah.
And that's it. So.
Yeah, that part sucked.
That's what it comes to, dude.
Because I felt the same way. I was like, oh, we've got X amount of months. Oh, we got 5 months. Right. Oh, we got 3 months. Even down to like, oh, we have 1 month. 1 month still feels like, oh, I got a year left or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you get down to the last like week and shit like that. And then like just the panic of moving and packing and getting all this shit together for the move and stuff. It's just a whirlwind of emotions. And then, suddenly like falling in love again and shit like that. And just this whirlwind of emotions. And then Jeremy moves out and he moves to Colorado and it's like, fuck, man, like this is my little brother. And like now I got to move away as my little brother's getting here. And then we just had 2 really good shows back to back. We had like people in the bedrooms. We had people like, it was just cool to have like people watching us doing it live. And
we had bukkake going on.
Yeah. Yeah. We're big water sports guys. So everybody was pissing on each other and stuff. And it was really cool. We were sucking poops back and forth.
Yep. That's true.
Just all kinds of stuff.
It was.
Do y'all have that in Denmark, John?
Have what?
Bukkake.
Oh. I'm not sure.
Isn't bukkake?
I've tried it, so probably.
Is there Danish porn?
Not specifically like a style of fucking that's called Danish porn.
No. So, there's Danish porn stars, right?
It's gotta be.
Sure, but probably is, but
sweet.
It's fairly niche. I don't know why you would want to see that.
Because it's something new. I mean, what are you gonna do? Oh, that's another thing I forgot to bring up about my old creepy ass landlord. Yo, I'm up in the kitchen one time, and this conversation happened a couple of times. This was something that really made me angry. I'm cooking a pizza and shit, and I'm just like, preheating the oven and whatnot. Okay, yeah, I guess bad food to be making for this story I'm about to tell. So I'm like preparing a pizza and whatnot, and preheating the oven and shit. And hey, what's up, Harry Boothole? He asks, what about docking? Docking is a gentleman's pursuit, but I'm all for it. However,
I don't even know if I agree that's a gentleman's pursuit. We're talking about someone uncircumcised and then someone circumcised coming together.
Yeah.
Is that a gentleman's pursuit?
I'd think so, because it takes. I mean, I'm imagining you're not telling a bunch of people about it, so it takes 2 gentlemen to have a gentleman's agreement to go ahead and perform the docking. Then once it's done, you go your separate ways. And you never speak of the moment again. That's how I'm guessing it happens, right? Because you're not proud of it, right? You're not out here like flaunting the fact that you do these things. I'm guessing.
John, do they dock in Denmark? Is that a big thing there? You know what docking is?
Some people, I guess, do it. I haven't
Yeah.
tried it yet, but I'm curious.
Why would that be like a Denmark specific thing, or like?
Well, I'm just wondering if docking has made it to Denmark.
Rabbi, did you just
Oh,
turn? Rabbi, did you just turn your camera off and on so you could smoke weed?
No, it's to do a bump.
Okay, I thought he was freebasing or something stupid like that. Oh,
Nah, it's just cocaine.
so I'm cooking a pizza in the kitchen.
It's my cocaine.
I forgot. Okay. And so my landlord's in the kitchen, and there's one of his friends are over, and he for some reason decides to tell me that this friend of his has a sex offender brother who is in jail for he's been in jail for a long time because he got caught producing and distributing cheese pizza, or CP as it were. And so I'm like, disgusting. I hope he dies in there. You know, like just it's the first thing that comes to your mind when someone tells you something like that. You're like, I hope somebody kills this guy straight up, and you don't have to have any more morals about it. Anyone fucking with kids, they gas to go. So he's like, oh, I don't know if I'd be so harsh about it. Or no, excuse me. Well, I think that's kind of a harsh viewpoint to have on it. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, it's not like, you know, the people that are watching that stuff and stuff like that. It's not like they're actually going out and hurting anyone. And I was like, well, what about the fucking kid in the films having this done to them, like having their innocence stolen and shit like that? And he's like, oh, I never really thought about that. And it's like, that's why you are a disgusting human being.
He thought about that and moved on from it and didn't put it on the pay no mind list.
Even better point. That happened so many times. And he was so quick to like just out people's business and shit like that. Like one time another friend came over and he's like, yeah, this is my buddy, and he waits for his friend to go to the bathroom or whatever, and he's like, yeah, he's a sex offender, he did this and this and stuff like that. just
diming out his friends.
Yeah, dude, he's a scumbag. He doesn't give a fuck. And that's the thing, he would dime himself out. You think he's above telling somebody else's business?
That's fair. I guess, yeah, he was basically saying I'm a piece of shit. So.
Yeah. And I forgot, oh yeah, so this is another thing. Going back to his story about getting lap dances from his daughter. That daughter had a son who started living at the house with us. And I don't think he's aware of the fact that his grandpa used to get lap dances from his mom. It's one of those things where I was just waiting for the right moment. Like, had he said anything crazy or left field to me or something like that, I would have automatically that would have been my first card to pull in an argument. I'd have been like, your grandpa tried to fuck your mom. Like, that's the first thing I would have come out with. But that never happened, thank God. But yeah, it was one thing. It was one weird sick twist after the other.
Well, he was such a cool guy anyways, so.
Who? Which one?
You could put that
both
on.
Both of them?
I'm being facetious for both of them.
The grandson was basically just a younger version of him. Looked just like him. The grandson used to get his dick pictures catfished all the time on the internet. He was like, the whole reason he had to move in with us is he got married and his wife divorced him like really quickly after the marriage. And so he comes and moves in. He brings his nuisance dog with it. Actually, I can't say that. The dog's cool. It's just the ownership was just weak. And
it's not a bad dog.
It's not the dog's fault.
Yeah, it's not the dog's fault at all. The dog was actually super cool. But he was one of those guys. We all know somebody like this who just has to be in a relationship all the time. Otherwise, they feel like they're not. Like most of the time when it's a guy, they feel like less of a man because they're not currently in a relationship with a woman or something like that. We all know those codependent idiots. And so he's like one of these guys. And so he's going on like Tinder and all these other fucking dating apps. And he's really quick to send dick pictures. Because you know how it is. It's easy to catfish a guy on the internet. All you have to do is pretend to have tits and they'll start sending you dick pictures. And from what I hear from most women, they don't even have to act like they're interested. They just get unsolicited dick pictures. It's mind-boggling. So he starts sending dick pictures over these dating sites, and lo and behold, they're not women. These are people getting a hold of his dick pictures and being like, give us $500 or we're going to spread these dick pictures all over Facebook and show them to your family.
Right, but like we talked about before, but like if that happened to me, I'd just like be like, nah, I'm all set. Just go ahead and give them to all my family.
Well, yeah, who cares? Who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
It's a penis. And how are you ever going to know that's actually mine?
Yeah.
Right. So few people have seen it.
Yeah, come on. Like, how is that even a blackmail at this point?
Well, we're dealing with a person who has... Oh, okay.
Well, it was shot. Never mind.
Oh, boy. But, so yeah, like...
Do y'all have blackmail in Denmark, John?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
Do you have blackmails?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's got to be pretty hard. I mean, that's got to be hard. I mean, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure it exists. Black people in Denmark. There's got to be black people in Denmark. I'm guessing.
Well, it was weird. When I was in Germany, I'd see black dudes, but they were like not black, like black American dudes. So it's like they were Africans.
Oh yeah.
And they're all dressed like black Americans. It's like, oh, okay, these aren't really
American culture.
That's a fun thing. Most of the immigrants we have here are actually from the Middle East, but they identify very much with African Americans and their plight and stuff like that. So they go around acting like they're oppressed by the white people here, even though, I mean, we've never oppressed them ever.
Oh yeah, so, I guess if they're from Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that. I mean, they have a legitimate gripe with America, I'm sure. But what has Denmark done to them? You know?
Yeah, that's how we treat the globe. We like put our shit everywhere, and so associations, previous influence and everything.
Deep state rabbi.
Deep state, yeah.
Rabbi's gonna get black bagged on the way out to his car.
Hey, I got one more episode and then I'm done.
Right. They're going to be like, no more moils for you, boy. You're coming with us. Oh, boy. But
I'll be warned one more time.
So, yeah, that grandkid got his dick pictures catfish like 3 or 4 times in a short period of time. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was just funny to watch them live,
Why do they call it catfishing?
Because catfishes are fucking ugly and they're at the bottom and shit.
Well, you can trick them too. Like when you put your fist down there and you wiggle it around, they think it's a worm, and so they latch onto your arm. You pull them out. You catfish them.
That's every fishing. You throw a lure in and trick the fish,
right?
Thinking it's a worm and it bites.
It's because the pussy smells like fish.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Like catfish?
Rabbi's gonna get himself in trouble.
Yeah, I am. Please stop doing this.
It's a good thing Rabbi's into the boys.
Safe.
When I found out that moils remove the blood of babies' penises with their mouths, I was like, who the fuck?
Well, it's not all moils that do that.
Well, I know. I'm just saying the fact that exists is troublesome to me. And when I found out about it, I was like, who the fuck let this happen for this long and hasn't questioned it?
John, do people get circumcised in Denmark?
No. Generally, it's pretty rare all over Europe.
Just a lot of anteaters
here, dude. Almost everyone gets circumcised here.
Yeah, but why?
No, so
I don't know, dog. I'm not trying to get in the socio.
Well, I can tell you
dynamics of getting circumcised. I'm just saying it's weird because everyone here gets circumcised.
I can tell you in my instance it wasn't an option.
Yeah, everyone gets circumcised here. It's not just Jews. Like just everyone's getting.
Everyone gets the snip.
It's the lobbyists. It's the
it's the foreskin lobby, dude. It's the foreskin lobby.
They're lobbying to
it's the foreskin
generally mutilate baby dicks.
What if the foreskin lobby was more powerful than any other lobby? We just didn't know it. That was the true power in America was the foreskin lobby.
Oh, well, they'd have to look out for the 5-skin lobby.
There is a strong lobby that's connected to that.
I'm so glad no one heard that.
Uh-huh.
That was a carpet bombing. Ugh. Really am finished. But no, yeah, my mom told me that the doctor said it was like a health thing, and they didn't offer that option. They were like, yeah, you can get bacteria in there and it can give you infections and stuff. And I totally don't.
Well, if you're Catholic, you're almost guaranteed you're gonna.
I mean, that's possible. It is definitely possible.
That's
especially the older you get. There's a lot of old men who get a lot of infections, but
yeah, dude,
that's with a lot of loose skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 4 skin or 5 skin, 3 skin. I mean, they're all causing problems at that.
Boo! That was the joke I made earlier that I was glad no one heard. Oh, before I forget this, I wanted to bring this up. Anyone listening right now? Yesterday we did a 3-hour stream to satisfy Rabbi's need for a 3-hour show.
It was on accident.
I farted several times throughout that thing. There's a couple of really big ones. I don't feel like doing the work to go back and find them. So the first viewer to send me the clips of my farts, I'll send you a T-shirt or a mug. Well, you can choose any item you want from our merchandise, and I'll send it to your home.
Unless it's international.
If it's international, I'll send it. Yeah, I can still send it internationally as well.
Yeah, you can. It's very expensive. There's import taxes and stuff.
No, it wouldn't be my problem. It's Teespring. Teespring's all over the place, man.
Wow.
Yeah, they got that shit figured out.
All right.
Don't try to correct me like I don't know what the fuck's going on with our merchandise. It's your pretty ass. Just sit there. How you doing, Kyle? Good to see you in there, bud. He says, yeah, hygiene, but it's called a shower. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like they should allow you to keep your dick skin if you want your dick skin. If you want to make that decision later on in life like Sam Roberts, then you go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Do you?
I'm not hating on being circumcised, though. I mean, it seems pretty convenient.
I wouldn't care either way, to be honest, man. I don't give a fuck.
I
Who
hear you.
cares?
I wouldn't care either way, but I mean, I feel like this is an easier.
I am circumcised, but it's like I said, I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Mm.
I think it looks distinguished, though. I think I have a distinguished wee wee.
It's a clean look. It's a nice clean look. It's gonna catch on.
My dick looks
And
like my dick looks like Brad Pitt and Fury.
Yeah, it's sweet, dude. Much more aerodynamic.
Yeah. My dick looks like this bobsled in Cool Runnings.
Yeah, I think it was
Not
apparently.
the it's a humidity.
Oh, kill yourself. Go ahead, Rabbi, you poor man.
No, I don't think I should tell this. It's pretty dark, actually.
Just do it.
I think it was like the Hershey guy, or not Hershey's. Someone really famous. Or was it Kellogg's? That's what it was. The Kellogg's guys. There's 2 brothers, and one of the brothers basically advocated that you should circumcise kids, boys, when they're like a little older, so that they could feel and experience the pain and remember it.
What kind of shit is that?
As a way to prevent, as a way to like calm their sexual urges and shit.
What?
That's the most twisted fucking thing. That guy was molested.
The Quaker Oats guys.
Yeah, I think it was the Kellogg's dudes. I think it was the Kellogg's brothers. I think.
Well, like
I think that's the same. Isn't that the same company?
Was created by Quakers.
You don't say.
They wanted to make something that was like not arousing in any sense or pleasurable in the food.
Yeah.
The food was supposed to be bland.
You're right. Yeah.
And just so, Quaker Oats is from basically that religious sect where they like don't do anything. Basically, Quakers. Don't
the women not cut their hair either? Don't they grow their hair out for life or some shit? I went to school with a chick that couldn't cut her hair because of her religion, and she used to get migraines really badly because of all the weight pulling on the back of her head. I felt so bad for her. That shit was just not cool at all. Amy says that she watched the whole stream yesterday and my farts were silent. She says they were silent, my guy. Fart harder.
They weren't silent. They were pretty loud.
She's very supportive. I love this woman. Kyle says, "What the fuck? No, that's traumatizing." Yeah, exactly. That's too much, man. That's not cool. You don't have to that's the thing. What is it with religion and extremism and genital mutilation? What is it with humanity and genital mutilation? I mean, they're still cutting off clits in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. That's still a thing.
Yeah, I feel like cutting clits is a little bit different. I mean, that
Why is
eliminates
that?
all pleasure whatsoever.
Adam would just be swinging wild. He wouldn't know where the fuck to swing it at. That rusty machete would be all over the place.
I'm the captain now.
Okay.
That was good.
Some water. Daddy's got the cotton mouth.
We're halfway there.
What? Oh no! Shut the fuck up. We're not ever doing that again.
3-hour tour.
Do you know how hard that was? Especially
the second round of the draft.
Dude, I was so tired.
Tour was a Colin Robinson, dude. That sucked our energy.
It was so hard, man. I got to rename the episode too. I think it's still called Test Stream. There's some funny parts. If you guys want to go back and watch it, that's cool.
There's not many funny parts, but
no, there is. It is a lot of what the fuck. What's going on here? I don't get it. Hey.
There's mad technical difficulties happening.
Yeah, but mainly technical difficulties.
But Kyle entertained us.
I was very thankful for his presence.
Yeah.
Did I ever, or like I think Adam knows, but Rabbi, did I show you my bracelet?
Oh, is that the fashion statement you were talking about?
It's my new fashion accessory.
Yeah.
I was talking about. So my girlfriend got these for us before I left Colorado, and this is how you know I'm such a I really am just an in love fool, because this is something I would never agree to with anyone else. But she just buzzed me back. Basically what it is, it's like these long distance bracelets, and it comes with like an app on your phone, and you can set this timer thing for like how many days until you see your significant other and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And so I can touch this bracelet and it will vibrate, and we have these little Morse code things that we send back and forth to each other throughout the day. And so I touch this bracelet and it vibrates and stuff, and then it immediately transfers to her bracelet and touches in the same sequence that I touched it in. And I love it. And I don't care what any of you think about it. You can all eat shit. I don't want to hear it.
I was throwing up from all the cuteness.
Yeah, man. I just saw my dad pull up. My dad just pulled up on his chopper. I wish I could. I need to get a window camera so that you guys can see some of the shit that I see throughout my day. My dad's out here riding to this world.
Sam Crow
for the club.
I love my club. Clay.
Kyle says, "Aw, I want to puke." I never watched the end of Sons of Anarchy. I just couldn't do it.
I liked it. I mean, it was. Did you ever watch that, John? You still with us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched it. But just like Rick, I didn't watch the end. I got a little more than half, and then kind of just fizzled out for me.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much
exactly
everyone
where
dies.
I quit. I quit around the same time.
It's like The Walking Dead. John, you've seen The Walking Dead. It was good for like 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh, it's
5 minutes.
I liked the first season. First season was solid, and the rest
Gotta
was
stick
just like
together.
It's like they forget about the zombies. Then they're not important anymore, and it's just people bickering and fighting.
Exactly, it's all internal politics.
I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a zombie soap opera.
If anyone works a normal job in their lives, they already know internal politics and bickering. They have to deal with it on a daily basis.
We gotta stick together, or else we'll turn out like them. That's pretty much.
Yeah, then they started integrating these fucking lame ass characters and shit.
Mm.
Did the boy ever get molested? I know that was like a thing.
No, he got killed though. In the comics or the graphic novels, he doesn't die, but in the
you can't be running around zombie apocalypse with a kid. That's just gonna hold you back. You can't do any cool Book of Eli shit with machetes and iPhone chargers and stuff.
Well, I'm amazed at like how clean they look as well. You know, it's just like who's pumping all the shit. You know, who's like getting all the waste away and like filtering the water and all that shit.
Yeah.
How are y'all not dying from dysentery?
Yeah, there's a lot of plot holes. I feel like I see, and I didn't even watch enough of it to even remember their names. I don't know what any of them are. I know there's a Rick.
Yeah,
if I'm remembering correctly. That's all I
yeah,
know.
I haven't watched it in a few seasons. I did try to watch it, but then
it got pretty lame.
Kyle says, I hate how they call them walkers and everyone else besides zombies. Like, come on. Coral, I was blown away finding out Rick's actor is British. Yeah, there's been a couple of different actors out there that I was surprised were British too. My Uncle Clarence, actually, we were talking about Oz. I didn't know Adebisi was British.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know where I've been all this time, man. What are you gonna do? I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. The British got nothing better to do. They're sipping tea and they're like, oh, maybe we'll act and practice the American accent, and then they come over here. Okay.
Oh, but that's another thing. I wanted to do some back research because if you remember in Opie and Anthony, what was his name? I think No Filter Paul was the one who had the wife who banged the British soap opera star or whatever.
Yeah, no Filter Paul was British, right? So
yeah, and I think his girlfriend or his wife or whatever was the one that banged the or cheated on him with the British soap actor or whatever. But she alluded to the fact that it wasn't Idris Elba, but it might have been someone else from HBO's like British casting. And so I was thinking maybe it was Adebisi because I didn't know he was British for the longest time. But she alluded to the fact that he was on shows like The Wire or like Oz or something like that. She was just because she couldn't just out the man. You can't be doing that shit.
Well, The Wire had a lot of British people in it.
Yeah, that's when I found out Idris Elba. I can't remember his fucking name.
Idris Elba.
That's right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's when I found out he was British. Shut up,
there's
Rabbi.
a couple of white guys that are British that are in there too.
Prove it. Yeah, it wasn't what's his name there?
I think he was a cop or something, right?
Yeah, the Irish detective. Wasn't he British as well?
Yeah.
I think in real life.
Yeah, IRL.
I've got a fucking burp, but it will not come out. Kyle says Rick is basically the main character cop. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
What?
I don't know who's the main character in Walking Dead and shit. Didn't watch enough of it.
Coral.
I
Gotta stick together.
I didn't watch Lost either.
Yeah, I watched that. It was like they were just making shit up constantly. Like
it was
like we're gonna end every episode with a cliffhanger and see where we're gonna take it. And then
but the premise was great.
Yeah, it was a great start, great premise, but then to me it like ended as like we're just gonna try to make it end and be like
the Game of Thrones
they're
did
in some place, some consciousness, some afterlife. It was just kind of.
Did they slap it together like Game of Thrones? Try to convince.
I'd say it was worse. I think Lost was worse.
Totally worse. Yeah, way worse than 100%.
I think with Lost, I watched the first season. That was it. I was also pretty young when that came out too. It didn't really grab me like it probably did everyone else. But
you were young?
I was fairly young when the first season of Lost came out. I just wasn't into it like that. But I don't know.
Well,
we're over here talking about old TV shows.
Yeah, I gotta get some roofing on the horse run.
Oh, here we go. Fucking Mountaineer.
What, your
Adam.
Your help quit?
He never had help. This man's been bankrupt since 2003. Let me pop this up a little bit here. I guess we're gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here. We've been on for an hour and a half. Why not? Make sure you guys like the stream and make sure you're subscribed and whatnot because YouTube's still pulling their shit. They're never gonna not be pulling their shit. Just always make sure you're subscribed. But I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you, John Lemon, for joining us as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, John.
And
nice hearing from you, man.
Also, if anyone has any suggestions for the show or anything they want to see us cover in the future, send all suggestions to therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Next week we'll be back to normal. All my regular shit will be up. We'll be able to actually watch some videos and tell you some bad news and find some Baloney Boys. So if you guys have anyone that you want to see or any suggestions for Baloney Boys, send them to me. We'll look at them and all that other good shit. And like I said, you want to send me clips of my farts, I'll send you some merchandise. But you guys got any plugs? Rabbi, you want to plug your Twitter again?
Sure, just check me out on Twitter at iRabbi, that's EYERABBI, and free Julian Assange.
Adam?
Got no, not really on that, but yeah, free Julian Assange, I guess.
You can catch Adam on Parler spewing a bunch of hate and alt-right rhetoric. Until next week, everyone, have a great week. Be nice to one another. Don't be assholes and all that good stuff. I'll miss
like you're Bogart, my saying.
I'll miss. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. I'll miss you too, Harry Boothole. I'm sorry that my co-host is a fucking retard. And speaking of retards, I forgot a story, but I'll save it till next week. I've got it written down. Have a good week, everybody, and take care. Good night.